apart from compliances, we also have multiple partners for air and sea shipments who help our sellers to like from door to door service, picking up from your warehouse, dropping to our warehouse in the US, and then from there Amazon takes the ownership of dropping the products to the customer's doorstep, and you can sit here and track everything from your dashboard, and everything is taken care by us with respect to return, refunds, delivery. End-to-end support is going to be there from our team. These are the top 10 states in terms of exports from India, and these are the certain categories that are doing extremely well for us: home, beauty, kitchen, HPC, all of the toys. Toys is one of our emerging categories on the platform. So when I talk about home, bed sheet, towel, kitchen towel, dish towel, curtains, rugs, all of these products do really well. When I talk about beauty, like Korea is one of our competition there because they are thriving on beauty. So beauty products are also doing extremely well on .com and UAE. As I said, these are the top performing product categories: toys, kitchen, beauty, luggage, furniture, and these are the emerging ones. Home still remains our core category. These are the few marketplaces. As I said, we have UAE, Japan, Australia, and the bigger ones are United States, UK, Canada, Germany, etc. So I'll take you through the first time export requirements. If you are exporting for the first time, what requirements will be there. So there are two aspects to it. One is category compliance. Suppose if you are in a category like beauty or HPC, there are certain product level compliance requirements are there for multiple marketplaces. And if you are from, say, home or any other category which is not consumed or applied by a consumer, in that case you just require basic export documents. There is no compliance related to the product. So that we can take up in the Q&A depending on the categories that you all deal in. So for the base, these are the basic documentation, like we require import export code, AD code, and both these documents need to be registered on IceGate. IOR is again not a mandate. We again take it on a case to case basis. And then, as I mentioned, product specific compliance documents. We also have a dashboard made for sellers. Like if you don't want to go ahead with a third party SP and pay them a consultation fee to understand the requirements, you can go ahead on this dashboard and put the category, and you will get to know end to end what compliance is needed. Like for example, in beauty, we say that MOCRA is required. MOCRA is a certification that is needed for cosmetics and beauty products. So on and so forth. These are the sort of dashboards that we have in place where you can end to end understand what are the documentation needed. To start on .com, beyond the compliances and export documents, to start on .com, you just have to register. We have also placed QR codes here if you want to register right now. So you have to register using 4 basic set of documents: your KYC document, GST, bank statement, and credit or debit card. Once you register, your Amazon.com.uae.uk, whatever marketplace you want to start with, that account will open up. After that, we are going to, if you are selling already in India, then it's fairly easier for us to fetch the brand registry and listings from your India account. If not, we can help you with the fresh listings and fresh registration of your brand. And after that, we connect you with the shipping partners for air or sea, whatever suits you. And then you can create the shipment and send it off. So this is like the basic requirement of selling on any international Amazon platform. And the payment cycle is also fairly easy. It's a 15-day reconciliation depending on the sale. Like in 15 days of time, whatever sale you will be making, Amazon is going to reconcile that in the bank account. Since a lot of our sellers ask that we are from India, do we need to have like a separate entity or a separate bank account which is international? No, we don't need it. From your Indian entity only, from your Indian GST, Indian bank account, you can register and start to sell. If you plan to expand in future, and if you want to like open a US or a UAE entity and you want to register, that also is an option. Like you can do that as well. It makes accounting a little easier, but yes, still with the Indian model also, it's fairly easy to sell. As I mentioned, these are the 4 basic set of documents required for registration, and with one registration you can open up, you are open for all 18 plus marketplaces. Though there are only 4 to 5 marketplaces that we are primarily focusing on, which is US, Canada, UAE, UK and Australia right now. But yes, it opens up avenues for all the marketplaces that are available right now. If you are, as I mentioned, if you are already selling on India, it is easier for us to fetch in the details. If not, we can still help you with end-to-end fresh listing, brand registry, etc. just on US. And yes, with the Indian trademark, you can sell in the US. You need not have like a US or a UAE patent or a trademark to be able to sell. We just need your Indian trademark, Indian brand name, and you can get started. It's a future thing, like down the line when you see that now I want to expand to say XYZ million, then you can plan to have like a patent in that country as well. So as I mentioned, step 1 would be registration. Then listing of your products. Then these are the few basics of the listings, but I think these comes as in when you plan to launch. There are also sellers who do not really have expertise, of e-commerce or probably Amazon, how the ecosystem of Amazon works, what needs to go there in the listing, what needs to go there in the photos, etc. So we also have a tie-up with multiple service network providers. These are basically agencies who have the expertise to run an account on any international or domestic marketplace. They understand Amazon end to end, and they help you grow your account, manage your account. So in that case, you just have to manage the inventory, payments, and these guys come on board and help you with respect to ads, with respect to operational challenges that you might face, like listing, brand registry, etc. And from our side also, we provide like end-to-end support with respect to anything that you face, any challenge that you face operationally or related to account, and then majorly we come into the play when it comes to the growth strategy, like how to grow your brand on these marketplaces, what are the strategies that we should follow, what are the events that are lined up for the year, how to prep for those events. All of these things we help you with. For logistics, we do have partners for both air and sea shipments. So for air, we have a tie-up with a company called UPS. It's a worldwide known company. We are also in talks with DHL for a partnership, and there is another company called Shipment, which is a fairly smaller company, but they help sellers who are exporting for the first time with one-on-one support. Like they provide account managers from their side to help you understand what documentation would be needed with respect to logistics. So these are our air partners. For sea, we are tied up with a company called MGH. They help us with the sea shipment. The only difference between air and sea is that air is relatively faster. From door to door delivery to going live on Amazon takes about 7 to 8 days. In 7 to 8 days, your SKU will be live for selling if you're going ahead via an air shipment. If it's a sea shipment, then it takes around about 45 to 60 days because it's a longer route, and obviously price competitiveness is there, but then the turnaround time is quite high for sea shipment. But we do recommend for bulky products like towels, bedsheet, any other bulky toy product, we recommend the sellers to start with sea shipment because that's when the P&L fits for them. Sorry. So this is how. Sorry, my laptop got shut. But this is all about global selling. Now we can take up Q&As. अगर आप लोगों को कुछ भी questions है related to how this works, I'll take it up. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, am I audible? Yeah,
Yes,
of
yes.
course. Okay. So last time I happened to attend the same session,
Right.
and again, whatever you explained.
Right.
But at the time of execution,
Hmm.
there are certain areas, where you are technically not able to move ahead.
Okay.
And we try to reach out to you in terms
Right.
of operation help.
Right.
But there wasn't any kind of follow up or like an operations help coming up from your side.
Right.
So is there any, genuine contact email ID or, but don't ask, I mean, every time my staff will, stuck with some problem, they say raise tickets.
Right.
And tickets never get answered.
Right.
So we want, a person, a genuine person
Right.
who can be contacted, his
Right.
mobile number, his or her mobile number and email ID, which
Got
will
it,
be helpful.
Got it. So, I come from the direct selling team. Our job is basically to onboard brands and scale them for 12 months. And then it goes to the strategic account management team. This is how the structure of our team works. Now, you must have happened to register on your own. That gets a bit of a challenge because you don't get like a one-on-one support. So that's why I'm here. I'll give you the contact details, and once I have your brand details, I will pass it on to my team and they'll take it up one-on-one with you.
Informed me last time, but nobody contacted. So if you can give the mobile number and
I'll give you my mobile number. Are you live on some like on some marketplace?
So basically, I'm an exporter. I do direct exports to GCC, but I wanted to explore US,
Right.
to Amazon,
Right.
global, yeah.
And what are the products that you are exporting?
We do a lot of sustainable fashion, so it's a good market.
Yes.
And otherwise, we specialize a lot in modest fashion.
Okay. Got it. ठीक है. I'll get in touch with you one-on-one for this.
Thank you.
Okay, hi, the name is Prakash. More out of curiosity, a few questions. One is, I must apologize for ignorance, but how long has global selling been happening on Amazon?
It's been 10 plus years, so.
10 years.
Yeah,
global
we started
selling,
in
okay.
2015
Okay.
and we just finished like 10 years.
I have to renew my apology. Now, if that's actually an opportunity, I'm relating to a few of my people who I associate with,
Right.
selling overseas directly.
Right.
Now, obviously, they are restricted to the set of customers that they reach out to and service them very well.
Right.
By the methods of selling are sharing images, picking up the orders, sending it out, getting the payment.
Right.
There's a lot of reliability, trust, faith. Monies come sooner or later.
Right.
Now, this is opening up a huge avenue for them to scale up, to reach out to markets beyond the restricted list of customer database that they have.
Right.
I see a huge opportunity there, but I also see some challenges.
Right.
One, right now they're doing it with no IEC, no regulated billing mechanism, etc., etc. It's couriered out, they pay the courier charge, they factor it in income. When I have to do something through an organized system like this, one, I have to factor in when I say I'm referring to the person who might
Right.
be interested,
Right.
the Amazon fee. I see a challenge in the domestic, what we faced at one point of time when I tried doing business with Amazon India. The returns,
Right.
so the charges based on that, the storage charges, we paid a cubic feet charge, a
Right.
square feet charge, and we had to leave merchandise in the warehouse, and it all turned out to be very unviable.
Right.
It was still within the country, so we knew there was an area that we knew what was happening.
Right.
But when we're looking at international market, like she just said, sometimes reaching out to these information mechanisms
Right.
is a huge challenge, and it's an energy draining exercise. You kind of after a point give up.
Right.
So I hope all that has. I mean, I don't know why I don't know that something like this existed for 10 years. But if it is doing well, I'd love to see that the system is in place
Right.
where people buying online have this great. My daughter buys online, and I keep telling her, "Why do you do that?" And she says, "Papa, if I don't like it, I'll send it back." The pain from the retailer perspective is unimaginable, but kids will not understand that.
Right.
They're very happy buying, getting it back, sending it back. in the US, when I lived there, it was very easy. There was that element of trust.
Right.
You could use not like a camera, and you could take it back. There was a guarantee that there, and I had these few people who would take advantage of that system.
Right.
Thankfully, that's not, the market here has matured, but this huge thing about returns is a pain point for retailers. Even in the offline trade, it's bad enough, but in online one, you don't even know when it's coming back, and every platform is using a different delivery mechanism. Like you said, you would use DHL or you would use other
Right.
mechanism. So all that is an area that has so many questions that at the end of the day, and to compound that, you have the margins that are shrinking in some segments. So how do you factor in all of that, and how do you justify? I'm sure you have justification, but I'm curious to know that how you justify all this will work. Second question, I'll list it out. In one of your slides, you had step 1, 18 countries, 18 destinations where I can choose
Right.
to sell. Does that mean as a trader I can say I think I see potential in my product going into the customer's mindset in about 5 of these countries, and you would help me sell there, right? And
Correct.
it can be, and you're saying there's no quantity, like it can be 2 pieces, 5 pieces. Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking of B2C, B2B?
It's purely B2C.
B2C.
It's not B2B.
So then somebody couldn't be buying. I'm thinking loud. I'll give you a hypothetical situation. Ramraj, handloom guys from that, they of course have a huge market overseas.
Right.
So you're saying if they went out this way, there could be somebody buying like 10 Veshtis, and Amazon global selling will help do that. It has to be viable from the margins perspective. The other area, so that 18 countries, you can help me identify like how you would help me, because each of those importing countries might
Right.
have restrictions. How this recent problem of the tariffs is going to change the dynamics for the seller and for Amazon being stuck in between to justify my staying in business. And if there is a hypothetical situation, something reaches the destination, some laws have changed, products do not get cleared from the post or pay the freight or pay the duty or whatever, and it just stays there. Who takes responsibility for getting it back to me? I lose the margin, I lose the product itself. You had mentioned about,
Sorry,
very
sorry to
interestingly-
interrupt you. Can we go one by one?
last point.
I'll keep
Last
forgetting
point.
these
You
many
said there was a
questions.
mediator who could help the trader. I'll forget. So the mediator who can help. That's very interesting, because many of small traders may not be able to understand the nuances of all this and then continue
Right.
doing what they're doing. So if you have a very strong team to do that, I see great promise in businesses reaching out. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll start with the first question, which was somewhere around the profitability
Yeah.
and the margins.
Yeah.
So in the US, I look after US. So I'll take an example of US, because US is also the 80% market share that we have. Like others are still emerging and smaller marketplaces. So if we talk about US, it's all in dollars. Right. So anyway, any seller going from India is selling at a 3-4x price. And this is how the platform also works. Right. So before launching any seller, there are certain steps that we follow, like our team follows. One is obviously that comes directly from the seller also, and we also do this, is to do a P&L analysis. Now how this works is that, say if a seller comes to me and says that Tanvi, $5 is my cost plus profit that I'm looking at. Now what is the price point that we can sell at? So on that $5, we like add all the charges, FBA charges, logistics charges, ads that we want the seller to do. Whatever charges are there, we add that. We come to a final selling price, and then we go back and benchmark it to the competition on the platform and see if we are viable or not. If they are not, we extremely, like, we are also
Advise not to.
yeah we advise
there is a
them not
team
to.
dedicated to
yes
help
yes
out
yes
those clients.
yes that's what I said, that we have a team in all the regions. We have a south team, we have a west team, we have a north team, and then we have a east team as well. So whatever region the seller is coming from, it's a one-on-one like guidance, what is profitable, what is not, and not just profitability with respect to the product also. We do tell that, hey, this is working, you should get into this, since you have a, say, manufacturing capacity, or you are already exporting it to somebody who is selling on .com or .ca or any other marketplace. So that this kind of support comes in with us, and the reason why we are actually coming and doing these kind of sessions in multiple cities is to solve the problem of what ma'am also mentioned, that वो direct support नहीं मिल पा रहा है.
Yeah.
So that's why we are trying to spread out our numbers and meeting you guys to share those numbers so that you can directly reach out to us and we can help you that way. So this is one. Tariff has come down to 18% now.
But
And let's hope
That is a
it
Trump
stays.
tariff, right?
Huh?
That is a plain tariff or a Trump tariff?
Trump tariff.
I'm looking at a hypothetical situation where we shipped out. Obviously, it takes like some amount of time to get there, and the way things have been changing dynamically every morning, and then the customer suddenly decides not to take the merchandise. That's when I'm looking at this, and that high tariff stayed for some time until he brought it down back. No, it's a freak case. It's not going to happen across. But then different countries now, when you going back to what you said, help with pricing.
Right.
Now different countries have different duties,
Correct.
preferential. So you will guide.
We take care of like
इस
we,
market में 5 का product
yes.
can go into
Yes,
3x.
yes.
Will something will need 4x. Something will just be
Correct.
2x.
ऐसा
as well.
rarely ही होता है
Like if
वैसे.
I want to sell to Dubai, maybe it's much cheaper.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And then Dubai is global, so half of India is there. So the comparison is very, very.
And also coming to your second point, which was returns, it's a very valid point and a fair question from a
I've been a victim on that,
customers.
so that's why it concerns. me.
Correct. So how we help is that, as I told you, that once your shipment is going outside, it's our responsibility totally to take care of delivery, return, refunds. So suppose if something is coming back, it is going to come back to the warehouse. And then once it's coming back to the warehouse, there's going to be a check. If the product is in a fulfillable condition, then it is going to go back to your stock and go back to another customer who might place an order. But if it is defective or something, in that case, like we have to remove it. But again, category basis, we can also help you with the return percentage. Like every category, we do have a data that, hey, this category, like for example, apparel obviously has a higher return percentage of around 15%. Apart from apparel, we don't see as much returns in other categories. So all of those data points also we can help you with.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, the return policy, so according to the US, there is a guarantee that you have to give on that. So they may ask for a bank guarantee or anything. So assurance on the product that has been returned, because I am selling the product, so the product has been delivered and it has been returned. So
Right.
who will manage the pricing factor? So the buying and transactions, everything through the Amazon only.
Correct.
So Amazon will return that, and I'm not getting anything on that.
No, so again, as I said, once the return is coming back,
No,
फिर-
no, I'm sorry, I'm not explained properly right.
How?
So my product cost,
Yes.
my rider cost,
Yes.
and your cost, everything has been charged to the customers. So once the customers return the proper product,
correct.
so ultimately my rider cost I have to pay,
yes,
and see end of everything that I have to pay.
yes.
So the product cost, that's zero.
Correct, but
Zero.
that also depends on the volume that you're getting, right?
No, see, apparels there is a 20, not a 16%, it's a 28%. So globally, it has been returning back. So that's the reason that Myntra, everybody is facing the challenges on that.
Correct.
So
So that
that is one thing. And
that-
QC, about the QC, I'm making the QC. Are you doing any QC verification according to your standards? No.
we don't do QC verification, but if something is coming back and suppose it is marked as unfulfilled, then you can raise it to us. We can raise it to the US or any international team, and they also provide the pictures as to why this piece is considered to be defective. So all those things can be done, but the charges bit, yes, it's there. But again, out of 30, if one is being returned, example, so I think we try to compensate with the rest 29.
A few more questions. The vessels that you're using and the transport that you're using, the UPS and this thing.
Correct.
Global Mask is much cheaper than the MGH. So, for example, so if we collaborate, four of them, we collaborate and we share the containers and we are delivered to the post and we have the local connect on the US,
You can do that.
we can do that. But what
It's
is
a
the unique?
hassle.
No, that we are doing right now. So, what is the uniqueness and what is the cost effective that I am go with the Amazon for global selling?
We don't really like force you to go ahead with
No, it's
our
not a force. So
partners.
something that uniqueness that I have find out from a global selling, right?
Just that these guys know the entire process end to end. They'll give you an they'll get the appointment also. You don't have to get that, because usually what happens is that with third party logistics, they drop it at the port, and from port to taking an appointment to the warehouse and getting it
We have the
delivered.
C&F agents in the US.
Oh, you have. It's the same then. Like if, but one benefit that you get is that you get certain dollars off on your storage charge if you are going ahead via Amazon shipping partner. So we also have, like, just to brief you all, we also have this program called New Seller Incentive, under which there are certain benefits. Major benefit is that in the first year of business, if you are clocking $50,000, 5%, 10% of your referral fee is going to come back to you. And if you're clocking like $1 million in the first year of business, then 5% of the referral fee is going to come back to you. So net, it's a benefit of close to $200,000 that Amazon provides. And then there are certain credits with respect to coupons, advertisement, as I mentioned, storage fees. If you go ahead via Amazon's partner, then there is a program called Wine Program. Wine Program is basically, so how e-commerce works is, I am sure you all must know that people go and see what is the rating and review available on that product. So if it's a fairly new ASIN, scaling that product becomes difficult for us. Not difficult, but it's a bit of a time taking process if it does not have a rating or a review. So for this we have a program called Wine Program, wherein Amazon is providing you certain set of customers where you can send a few samples to them, and they are going to come back and give you a rating or a review on your product page. So that sort of accelerates the process entirely. Like we are able to accelerate faster, and the products start to move faster. So for the Wine Program also, you as a new seller you get like a $200 credit. So these are a few new seller incentive benefits that we have if you launch on these marketplaces.
So does every trader, anybody who wants to initiate registers with you, has to get an IEC code, or you take care has to do that? Irrespective
That's a
of size of
mandate.
the- okay.
That's a mandate. Yes.
Is the Indian market, like you have global selling in other markets, and access to those products to the Indian consumer? Is that also
No,
working
not
yet?
right
No.
now. Not
Why
right
is
now.
that?
The
Is
other
that
way around, right?
protection?
I
Government? No, why I asked that question, I'm leading to the next thing. Just as we have a restriction, what happens if other countries have restrictions? That means you must know which countries my product can go, because different products have different restrictory.
Correct. Like, yes, I mean that's a policy decision that the
No, but
organization has taken.
Because of the ignorance of the trader, that's where your expertise will have to come and say, look, this product will not go. Sometimes even the composition of a product can be a restrictory.
These kind of guidance is always there from us. Like for example, you cannot on Amazon.com you cannot use a word called bamboo, and bamboo sheet set is a very trending product that's going viral on .com. People are going gaga over it. So for that, how you can launch bamboo sheets, with what keywords, how the listing is going to go, all of those guidance is there from us. So yes, that's there. And as I mentioned, like in certain categories like beauty, HPC, compliances are there, and you have to get those, otherwise your products will be retained in the customs. So beforehand only we like guide end to end that, hey, this is the cost that you're going to incur, these are the compliances, and this is the timeline that we are looking at. So all of the clarity is there from our side, because it's our job to eventually grow the seller. So from the very beginning, we ensure that everything is in place.
And one more thing, so there is a TMS in dashboard, right? Tracking, monitoring system.
Ha,
So my product is reached, customer place,
Huh.
delivered.
right.
So it will be on a point to point, right?
Yes.
So we can monitor
Yes.
also.
Under the shipping only, if you provide the tracking number, you can track it end to end as to कब कहाँ पहुँचा, कब deliver हुआ, what is the date, time, everything is marked there.
And what about the Forex account?
That I am not an expert, but there are certain partners who can help you with. If needed, I'll provide you
No,
the
so once
contact.
I'm selling my products in abroad, so
Right.
US or UK, so different, so some countries will accept in dinar and some countries will accept in dollars. So in that case, conversion will be happen only to me in Indian money.
Correct.
So then I should have that forex account on
Yes, yes. So we have companies like Ping Pong, Payoneer, who are sellers usually partner with. They provide you with a cloud account.
that. Because in the chart it's not mentioned the forex accounts that should be having.
Huh. I think it's there, but my laptop crashed. No, not necessarily. Just that the logistics bit needs to be taken care of because it's very, very fragile. So we need to look into that. Yes, we do that. Yes. I am not the category manager for that, but I can connect you with the right category manager and they can take it up. Yes, GST is not need, but yes, it is better to have because otherwise your entire accounting thing will go for a toss. Yes, yes. I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for attending. Anyone else, if there is any other question?
All our questions were a subset of his questions. So it all,
I think-
no more out of syllabus here.
No, I think the opportunity is fantastic, but I still have that huge gray area about because I've sold on Amazon and the pain was so much that I had to pull out because it just after a point it became unviable to do. No, that was in the domestic scenario. International scenario, multiple countries,
pains
different rules, and customer knows that they're sitting far away, they won't be reached, or there's so much.
That is where we come into.
Yeah,
the
I
picture.
understand. I
That
totally
is
understand,
where-
and I'm very, I am happy that there's some a mediator who can help. Also, what I wanted to mention was some small traders do not have the time, energy to go and register IEC and all that. So I'm
Right.
sure
We
your
do have
person-
partners
yeah,
for that also.
I'm
Yes.
sure.
End to end, we have service providers who can help you with account management, export documentation, compliances. You just have to get in touch with them, understand ki kya process hai, and you are done.
See, I've been shamelessly an advocate of offline retail, but then this opens up avenues to the entire world where you allow us to sell. So
And I think offline, sir, जितना customer base Amazon आपको देगा on any marketplace, primarily US, उतना I don't think offline B2B में भी
not
scope
possible.
होगा. Correct.
I mean, I don't see. I mean, I will have some loyal customers walk into my store when they travel to India.
Right.
But then, if I'm able to showcase to more people there, it's an opportunity.
Correct. And ऐसा नहीं है that we ask the sellers to go ahead with anything and everything because we just have to launch them. We go very specific with respect to what we think will
Obviously.
work, how it will. Like for example, if you talk about bedsheet, cotton is our strength. So we never go behind microfiber or polyester or all of those blend products. We always like gun for cotton. And अगर आप India global selling via US देखेंगे तो 70% market is captured by cotton only.
Now, see, who you put out on your platform is very, very important because after a point it will reflect. They will not care Prakash selling from Chennai. They are probably going to think Amazon sold it to me.
Right.
Like I worked with somebody taking a reference on India Mart, 5-star rated, and it was such a dud, we had to go legal. So, the resolve is never to take a reference from India Mart anymore. So, no, it sets off. No? You lose a lot of. Today, time is the biggest, most precious commodity more than money. So,
Absolutely.
we can't
And
lose time.
we do not ask you to go ahead and send like 5,000 pieces at a go. You can also send say 100 units and test out the market if you want to. Understand how the entire thing works and then you can gradually go big. There is no mandate from our side. Of course, we recommend that say 50 units is minimum in certain categories. Otherwise, आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा how the platform is helping you और क्या कैसे आप ग्रो कर सकते हो. सो वो गाइडेंस रहता है बट देयर इज नो मैंडेट कि सर आप 10,000 यूनिट एक कंटेनर भेज दो. दिस इज नॉट समथिंग दैट वी ऑल्सो एडवोकेट सो दैट यू ऑल्सो ग्रेजुअली गेट द कॉन्फिडेंस.
Okay. Thank you.
थैंक यू.
Product wise we have the pain and delivery wise you have the pain. Especially in US.